Okay, because we are running out of time, we are actually going to now do our reading. You guys are going to have to do your reading at home. And I have given you two reading assignments, and they're from your book, but I have them printed out that I'm going to hand out to you so you can answer the questions. You're going to do the reading that is on page 13 and answer the questions that are below. And then you are also going to do a reading that is on page 15 and answer the questions that are down below. So I'm going to hand these out to you in class when you come in on Monday. My advice, though, is that you go ahead and do these readings, whether you want. You don't need to answer the questions just yet for me, because like I said, I'm going to give you a handout. But I have altered your test some. I had left out cultural questions. We have focused mostly on Puerto Rico. You guys have read, we watched the videos in class, you watched the videos at home. So there are a few questions that I've added that you'll be able to answer in English that are on Puerto Rico, that you can get most of the information is going to come from this page, page 15. And I'll send that out in a minute because I'm going to show you what your new test looks like. Okay, so if we go back though to page 12, that tells us how to read. Okay, so estrategias para leer. Predicting content. You can read more Spanish than you think by observing the overall format of a text, including the layout, titles, and subtitles, as well as any accompanying photographs, graphics, maps, tables, or charts. You can generally derive information about the topic. The type of text, the purpose, or the audience. So by looking at the pictures, the graphics, the maps, the tables, the charts that all surround what you're getting ready to read, you can kind of have a sense about what the topic is that is addressed in the reading that you're getting ready to do. So you already have and putting the reading in a frame like that will help you decipher more words that you don't know, because you'll know what the topic is on, so you can use, you can kind of infer what words mean, so you don't have to look up every single word. Anyway, so finally, your knowledge of the world allows you to form hypotheses and make predictions about what you're going to read. The title of a text can help you anticipate the topic. Subtitles are used to organize information in the text. They tell you the type of information you will find and the order in which it will be presented. Before beginning to read a text, spend a couple of minutes thinking about the title and identifying the subtitles. If you use this technique, you will soon realize that you understand more about the text than you thought you did. So if we flip over to the next page that we're going to read, Los Hispanos, Primera Minoría de Estados Unidos. Okay, so if we look here, we can look at there's a picture, and our picture is of the United States, and you'll see that parts of the United States are blocked out in red, and if you pay attention to which the places are blocked out in red, you could probably start to guess that maybe these are places where there's a high prevalence of Hispanics, which is what the topic is going to be about, right? Los Hispanos, and then it's mentioning Estados Unidos. So with the graphic and the title, we now know we're going to talk about Hispanics, the first minority of the United States, right? And then to help you better understand what to expect in your reading, you can also look at the subtitles. Causas, zonas geográficas, expectativas. So then you've got causas, which looks like causes. So maybe this is the cause of why Hispanics have become the first minority in the United States. Zonas geográficas, maybe you're talking about the geographic zones where you might find the heaviest concentration of Hispanics. And expectativas, what do you expect to happen in the future? So this kind of, now we know what we're talking about. We know that each of these different headings is where we can look to find information on their causes, their geographic zones, and what we expect to happen. So if I go back over here, you can also, this activity down here, I'm not going to make you do this one. I'm just going to have you do the actual reading, but we've got verdadero, falso, or no sé. So this is a way that you can kind of get yourselves prepared to read the next section, you can see which of this information do you know is being true, is being false, or you don't know at all. And then here, mira el título y los subtítulos del texto, ¿qué información contiene? Is it información sobre México? Is it información sobre los hispanos en Estados Unidos? Is it información demográfica? Información geográfica? Is it información económica? Is it información sobre las causas de un fenómeno? Is it información científica? So these are questions that you can ask yourself before you even start reading, so you kind of put your mind in the right frame, so that you're better able to understand what you're reading in your second language. And then this also helps you to see what you already know, so that you're better prepared for what you're going to be reading. And also, we already did this, but right here it tells you, ahora observa el mapa, ¿qué nueva información te ofrece? Like, what information does the map tell you? And we already talked about how the map is of the United States, and it's got places blocked out in red, and by looking at which states those are, that's more than likely where you see a high population of Hispanics. Okay, so then your job is to complete this. You're going to read up here, and then you're going to answer these questions. ¿Qué porcentaje de la población total de Estados Unidos es hispana, etc.? So you're going to read that. Okay, and then down here you're going to say, en tu ciudad, describe la presencia de población hispana en tu ciudad, estado o país. So you're going to talk about the Hispanic population where you live. Okay, the other one that you're going to read is La herencia hispana en Estados Unidos. So if we look, actually we're going to look down here, Conoce más de Puerto Rico. So we see the title, Conoce más de Puerto Rico. So we know we're going to be talking about Puerto Rico. We see pictures. Its flag also reinforces that we're talking about Puerto Rico. And then this one doesn't have any subtitles, but you could even use questions that are asked. A lot of times it's a good idea to go ahead and read the questions before you attempt reading, so that you kind of know what information you need to be focused on, because the questions tend to deal with the main topics that are in the text. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to do Monday after your test, and you'll turn this in to me on Tuesday. And just make sure also, I would advise reading this part, this page 15, even though you don't have to turn any answers to me yet. I would read this page 15 before coming to class on Monday.